So y'all out here stressing about this food stamps? Whoop-de-doo. They cutting the food stamps off? Whoop-de-doo. How you gonna eat? Whoop-de-doo. We gonna lose a lot of weight? Yes, we are. You crying about it? You don't know how you gonna figure it out? Whoop-de-doo. What was you doing before food stamps? Whoop-de-doo. I'm tired of hearing about it. You say you believe in God? Show us. Stop all this crying and whining about these damn food stamps. Whoop-de-doo. Do to the whoop. Do to the whoop, whoop, whoop to the whoop. Whoop-de-doo.
I know that's right, Auntie. You see, I like her. I like her. That should be everyone's response to these people. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-freaking-doo. When they come and say, well, but what about the kids? You were not worried about your kids when you were at the hair store. You were not thinking about your kids when you were at the nail salon. When you were out taking shots, shaking your ass, twerking, looking for another random dude to pump another baby that you can't afford to take care of into you? Were you worried about the damn kids then? No. But as soon as the government handouts stop coming in, now it's what about the kids? It would be one thing if they were raising these kids right, but they're not. Most of them are raising their kids to be criminals and future EBT recipients. And I mean, when you watch these videos of these people threatening to hurt and kill and steal, most of these videos are women. Most of these people are mothers, okay? What type of example do you think they're setting for their kids? And if they're willing to come online and record themselves saying all of this crazy stuff, you know they're even crazier when the camera's not rolling, okay? Whatever they say in these videos, it's nothing compared to what they really think and what they really say when the camera's not rolling. In fact, have you guys been seeing what they're saying lately? We'll get into it in just a moment, but I really don't care about these people having their meltdowns. I don't feel bad. My response is just like that woman's response. It's whoop-de-freaking-doo. Because I don't know about you guys, but I remember just a couple of months ago when these same people who are crying, wondering how they're going to eat, these people seemed to have plenty of money a few months ago when it came time to raise over $500,000 for Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, some black kid killed a white kid for no reason at a track meet. And these people raised $500,000 for him. They did not think anything of it. They were so happy and excited that Carmelo Anthony killed a white kid. They were so happy that they started donating money. This family, Carmelo's family, raised over $500,000. Not because they did anything good, but because their kid killed a white kid. So they had disposable income to donate to Carmelo Anthony, but they don't have money to buy food for their kids. When some black kid kills a white kid, they'll find money in their pocket to donate. But when it comes time to feed their kids, no, they want white people, the taxpayers, the government. They want them to pay for their groceries for them. So it's just really crazy to see. Because a lot of these EBT people, they're flashy people, right? They're riding around in a Mercedes with designer bags, designer purses, crying about food stamps. And like I said, the latest stuff that they're saying, it's even crazier than what they were saying before. Because now they're recording themselves openly preparing to loot and rob. I showed you guys yesterday, I don't know if you saw the video. More people should have checked out the video. But they're online right now as we speak. They're starting these little groups online and they're discussing escape plans. They're discussing what routes they're going to take. Like, hey, we're going to hit this store at this time. This store closes around 11, so we're going to all run in at 10:30. They're planning on what stores they're going to go to, what neighborhoods they're going to go to and rob. They're planning it out in the open, and now they're out there buying like bear mace and stuff like that, getting ready to attack security guards at the grocery store. I kid you not. And you know, I brought a clip just to show you what I'm talking about. Now, before I roll this clip, though, if you would like to support the channel, there's some simple, free, and easy ways that you could support the channel. And I would obviously appreciate it a lot. You could support the channel by liking this video. It may not seem like much, but it helps the videos out a lot. Hit that like button, drop a comment, join the conversation, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video on social media. Now, if you really like the channel, if you really appreciate my work and appreciate the fact that I'm willing to say the things that I say, things that other people aren't willing to say, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It is always greatly appreciated. Now, with that being said, let's roll this clip, then I'll be right back with more.
And you heard what happened to the last security guards, right? They say we ain't getting a piece of nothing in November. No food stamp. All let me say is security's at the door. Mind your business. We trying to feed our family. You might want to make it home to yours. Thank you.
You know, I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like this before. Don't get me wrong. Of course, we've seen robbing, looting, and stealing. Of course, we've seen ghetto ratchets acting a fool and making threats. But have we ever, on this wide of a scale, have we ever seen thousands upon thousands of people simultaneously plotting and planning to commit crimes right out there in the open? Like, I don't think we've seen anything like this before, where we have thousands of people all across the country at the same time. They're uploading videos every day, openly discussing the crimes that they're going to start committing in a couple of days. They're openly telling you, hey, we're going to go to this Walmart and we're going to rob it. We're going to go to this grocery store and we're going to loot. We're going to wait in the parking lot of this Publix or of this supermarket, and we're going to take people's groceries. And it's happening on a, like I said, on a very big scale. There's thousands upon thousands of people saying this. They're openly recording themselves, planning and plotting what escape routes they'll take after they rob this store. They're openly recording themselves talking about, hey, I went out and got bear mace so I can mace the security guards that try to stop us from stealing at the grocery store. So yeah, I know we're used to a lot of ghetto ratchet nonsense in today's America. And I know that we've seen looting before, but we have never seen anything like this. And my question is, will anything be done about it at all? Let's say this stuff doesn't happen. Let's say everyone gets their food stamps, no one winds up looting, and this doesn't happen. At the end of the day, the threats are still there. We already know their intentions. Will anybody be held accountable for the threats that they've made? Will anybody be taken off of food stamps? Will they look into pursuing some type of criminal charges against certain people who made very specific threats? That's what I'm wondering, because, look, this is not a situation where we could just pretend like this didn't happen, right? We cannot sit here and pretend like these people haven't let us know, like these people didn't let us know what their intentions are. It's like if someone threatens to kill you, you're not going to close your eyes and go to sleep around that person. Maybe they haven't killed you yet, but the threat is there. So you're not going to, let your guard down around that person, right? That's the same way I view this. They've already threatened to rob and kill us and to loot and destroy all of our stores and stuff. So if it doesn't happen tomorrow or the next day or next week, I can't sit here and pretend like the threat isn't still there, because it very much is. The threat doesn't go away just if these people are appeased by food stamps, because now we know what their intentions are. They are itching for any reason to go out here and to just go all out crazy, folks. So I think people need to keep that in mind. Regardless of what happens over the coming days, we know that these people have it in them, and we know that they're itching and they're looking for a reason. And it's crazy that we're kind of watching this play out in mass, right? We're watching masses of people, hundreds, thousands of people, openly vow and promise that they're going to commit this crime, they're going to commit that crime. And it's really, I don't know. I think we've grown so desensitized to the crazy. We've grown so desensitized to violent crimes and looting and stuff happening all around us that people aren't really just sitting down and really thinking about how crazy this is. How crazy it is to watch. I mean, at this point, you could maybe even say millions of Americans crash out in this way and just threaten to cause all-out hell in the coming days and weeks. So, as I keep saying, the only thing we can really do at this point is watch this play out and see how things go. For now, though, I want to hear from you down in the comments below. While you're down there, though, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.